I'm Rachel, the Education Manager at Faro Marine Life Center in Port Angeles, Washington. Joining me today is Tamra, Faro's Facilities Director. We will be exploring the sandy intertidal habitat of Freshwater Bay. The intertidal is an area of land that is covered by water at high tide, but not covered by water at low tide. Animals face many challenges when living in the intertidal habitat. First, these animals must survive long periods of time with little to no water. They also must tolerate the extreme temperature changes that come with low tides. The sandy intertidal habitat in particular offers very few hiding spots for animals during low tide. Let's take a look at how some animals survive in this challenging habitat. Algae, like this red algae called Turkish towel, can provide animals with much needed shade and protection from the sun. They can also trap water, helping to keep soft-bodied animals from drying out. This small prickleback is working its way under the algae and shell fragments. Pricklebacks are able to breathe air and survive out of water for up to 23 hours, as long as they can stay moist. Having rocks or algae to hide under is very important for this fish. This small snailfish is able to follow the tide out to hide in the algae. This fish has a small suction cup on its belly, allowing it to attach to the underside of rocks or algae. The snailfish can change its color lighter or darker to better blend into its habitat. Many animals like to hide under rocks. Look, there's another prickleback. Tamra finds a small decorator crab. Decorator crabs can be hard to spot because they glue algae and other material to their shell. This allows them to hide even if there is little shelter available. Since shade is so important to intertidal animals, it is important to replace all rocks that have been overturned. Tamra moves a rock in place to make sure no animals are squished by this large rock. This white-spotted rose anemone is a fun find as it adds some bold color to the intertidal zone. At low tide, the anemone clings tight to the side of the rock as its body hangs down. It will pull all of its tentacles into its body and wait for the water to return. There's an adult red rock crab out exploring the low tide for food. But be careful, as this crab has powerful front claws that it uses to break open shells from barnacles, clams, and mussels. On the beach, we came across this crab molt. Crabs molt when they've outgrown their shell in order to grow a new, larger shell. They do this by absorbing water, causing a split in the back of their shell. The crab then is able to crawl backwards out of its shell, starting with its hind legs. All that's left inside this molt is the crab's gill coverings. A freshly molted crab will have a thin, soft shell that will take a few days or weeks to harden. By looking at the abdomen, we can tell that this is a female crab because the apron is as wide as the legs. Under this apron is where the crab would hold her clutch of eggs. Attached to this rock, we have a Pacific oyster. Oysters have a hard shell to protect them from drying out. As the tide goes out, the oyster tightly closes its shell, trapping enough water inside for it to wait for the tide to return. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.